In the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you how this viral hypnotic video ad strategy is helping dealerships increase their sales by up to 200% or more, plus increase their lead quality and quantity, while also going viral and getting more exposure for their dealership than they have seen in years. What if I told you that you could turn people who aren't even in the market for a car right now into customers for life on demand with this widely overlooked and largely missed opportunity for motivated dealership owners, managers, salespeople, and executives? 30 days, this has the power to help you get a surge of new sales, leads, appointments, phone calls, and everything else to help your dealership scale to the next level while making your advertising more profitable and helping you get a positive ROI. And no, this isn't what everyone else is doing. Just spamming the internet with ads, trying to get as many leads as they can, not caring about the quality. Some of the numbers don't work, and overall it's just a bad experience for you. Leads that don't pick up, leads that aren't even looking for a car, and people who couldn't even qualify for a Walmart bicycle. A lot of people think that running generic banner ads is social media advertising, but it really isn't. Cookie cutter OEM specials and different promotions get banner blindness. In the day and age of social media, more than ever, you have to connect with your prospects. You have to connect with your local community in order to earn their business. Even the dealerships that have it tapped in and are making video content, they're still not running it in this way where they're actually able to feed it back to the algorithm and help it to produce an ROI on its own. And some dealerships are even running automated inventory ads, which are absolutely great, but the problem with them is they don't create any emotional connection or tie down to your dealership and show people why they should do business with you over the dealership down the road or the big franchise store. With all of this in the case, vendors, marketing agencies, and 15-year-olds in their mom's basement telling you how you can sell more cars, some dealerships even think, hey, let's just give up on the social media ads. Let's just spend more on the proven print, radio, TV, traditional. Let's run more on Google, and let's spend more on the third-party listing sites or lead providers. But the problem with this is you end up playing a short-term game with your marketing and you end up losing. Look, I've been there and I've tried all of that. After running tens of millions of dollars in paid advertising specifically for car dealerships over the past 5 years, I had tried it all. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But then I started tapping into this formula and testing it among some client accounts, and the results were astronomical in comparison to what we were doing before. They experienced the highest quality leads walking in and asking for the guy from the video, saying that they saw your ad on social media, turning into customers for life and bringing 3 to 4 referrals. In some case, we've had reports from dealerships where people have brought 3 to 4 referrals because the service was so amazing. And these are customers that you're not going to get on the third-party listing sites. These are the general customers sitting in your backyard that you want to build know, like, and trust factor with, so when they're ready to buy in 3 weeks or 3 months or 3 years, they're going to choose your dealership. The dealerships we applied for saw a massive 17x to 25x return on ad spend with these ads when we put them out using the Hypnotic viral video ad formula. And as a bonus, their social media accounts were totally on fire. These ads will get comments, shares, likes in the hundreds, and they're a lot of times mostly positive because we're bringing a new way to shop for a car. We're telling people exactly what they want to hear, and we're showing up for people. There's something to be said about showing face in this day and age of absolute low trust, and that's what these dealerships are allowed to do. So their social media exposure goes through the roof. We helped David to get an extra 3 million impressions on his advertising. And what that all leads to is the phones ringing, appointments being booked, customers walking in, and so much traffic and activity that this store is constantly busy, and they've had to add team members consistently because we help them to double their sales. But what is making this type of ad strategy any different than what everybody else does? It's funny you say that because that's when I started to dive deep into the logic behind social media algorithms and finally uncovered how dealerships were majorly missing the mark with their marketing. It's no secret that everybody and their grandma is on social media these days, so why doesn't everybody see your dealership? It's because these platforms have preferences on the type of content that they're going to serve to an audience because they have an incentive. These platforms make money off of our attention. And if you're able to get attention on the post, that keeps attention on the platform. That is what Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all these platforms, they want people to have watch time. They want people to be engaged. And when they do that, they reward you and they make your ads go higher. And this is how they monetize attention. But on the flip side, when your ads don't get engagement and don't get clicks and people don't spend time on them and people bounce off of it and they decide to close out of the app and go do something else because it was so boring to them, what happens then is these platforms throttle you and they start to penalize you for that. This leads to rising ad costs, what we call creative fatigue, your ads reaching less audience, and a lower ROI for more money. But you see, on the flip side, when you play by the algorithm's rulebook, which highly favors video content, it's how everybody engages these days, then you can get a higher ROI and build long-term exposure for your dealership. Plus, but not just any ordinary video. You need a hypnotic viral video ad. You see, the problem is these cookie cutter strategies just aren't cutting it anymore. They aren't persuasive enough. They don't create an emotional connection or build what I like to call the know, like, and trust factor in your market. I want to share with you the story of the Loner Ranger, how a premium New York franchise dealership was able to tap into over a 200% increase in their lead volume, and they were able to sell 400 extra vehicles for an average cost per sold of $144, and I'll prove that with a screenshot that I'll put over the screen. First month we sold 6, then 8, then 11, and then we tapped into a consistent 15 to 20 deals for them every single month for an average of $2,600 in ad spend that they run towards this video strategy in combination with a couple other ad strategies that we run, which I'll give you access to when you're in this program. Last month in June, they did 18 extra cars with this exact system, and here's their exact numbers. I'll pull up the slides right here. So the problem is that most dealerships are spending too much on marketing that doesn't convert or not enough on the stuff that'll actually work. I mean, when you really break it down, most of my clients are making an average of about $3,000 cost per car sold, but the average dealership spends way less than that on Facebook. Well, if you're able to get at least one deal a month and it pays you $3,000, then why not just spend $3,000 on your Facebook budget, and then as long as you get one customer, you're good. Well, if you know how to get 5 customers or 10 customers or 20 customers from that spend, now your cost per acquisition is super good. You've got a tapped in system and you can increase your budget and increase your ROI. So let me ask you this. If you could tap into consistent car sales for $144 on Facebook and Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform we decide to tap into for your dealership, and you're able to consistently sell cars for that amount and make back $3,000 per copy on the other side, would that be worth $27 for me to show you exactly how we do this? You know, it's crazy because I actually met David in person about a month ago, and when I walked in, his eyes lit up, he hugged me, he's like, Nate, I can't even go out anymore in Long Island without somebody recognizing me, saying, hey, you're the guy from the video ads, you're the guy that gets people approved, and he had 30 deal packets sitting on his desk at the end of the month, and we had added 18 for them. This might seem super complicated, but it's actually stupid simple. All you need is a smartphone, Wi-Fi, desire to grow, and 30 minutes is all it will take to install the system with our A to Z walkthrough, our proven framework, and our exact scripts, fill in the blank. To be clear, this system is simple and leveraged, but it still takes work. This is not a do nothing and make money strategy. I like to think of marketing like a garden. Even in the best soil, you're gonna plant the seeds and then it's not gonna grow overnight. You're still gonna have to water it. You're gonna have to nurture it. You're gonna have to keep the weeds out. And that's the same thing with lead generation. Remember, why are people on social media? Not to shop for cars. They are scrolling through social media, watching reels, watching memes, catching up with friends, reading news. You aren't just competing against the dealership down the road. You're up against influencers, YouTubers, half-naked girls, all competing for attention of your prospective buyer. So ask yourself, why would anyone pay attention to my dealership? Especially if they are not in the market to buy a vehicle directly right now today, which is 97% of the people on social media. So you're spending all this money to reach people that aren't even looking to buy a car, and your messaging doesn't even attract them in any way, shape, or form. People get banner blindness from your inventory ads. People get banner blindness from your OEM specials. You have to show them who you actually are as a dealership, show them what you can do, and make this strategy that works super well for them. And that's why in the age of short attention spans and low trust, you have to play the long game on social media and let the data speak for itself. I've been testing this with millions of dollars over 100 different clients I've tested this with in dealerships, and we've got a lot of flagship success stories, and I'd love for you to be the next one. This is a high leverage system. It helps you to tap into new audiences and connect with the highest quality prospects that there are. I mean, most people spend 6 hours per day on their phone. If you are able to entertain, educate, and inform a prospect through social media, you will win in this new day and age. Hypnotic viral video ads with this strategy is the absolute best bang for your marketing dollar, and here's why. These are leads that respond, leads that know you, leads that answer when you call, exclusive leads generated in real time for your dealership only within a geolocation of you. Who wouldn't want that? David has people walking into the dealership every single day saying that's the man from the video. See, the reason is because this strategy doesn't follow typical dealership branding guidelines. What this strategy actually follows is a direct response advertising formula that I actually learned from a mentor that had been doing this back in the days where you had to write newsletters and sales copy in order to sell anything. And he taught me this system and I applied it to video. It's very different than what most dealerships do when it comes to ads. Most dealerships are running generic banner ads, hoping people will come in, but you have to ask for the business. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, well then a video is worth 1,000,000 pictures. That's why you need to be using this for your dealership. Another thing is that third-party listing sites and lead providers are stealing your traffic and ruining your brand. When you can get your own exclusive leads in real time and build your own exposure and awareness in your market and take back all of that online market share and online real estate that these companies have, you're gonna see your dealership scale with more control, more transparency, and more scalability than you've ever seen before. It's a total control over your messaging and quality, and it's a transparent and easygoing process from the point of view of your prospect. Think about it. Instead of them having to click on an ad and go to your website and do all this stuff just to get in touch with you, all they have to do is see a video that explains everything to them. They fill out the form for some more information, and then a salesman reaches out to them and books them, has a conversation, gets them in the door. You see, very efficiently and very effectively. We actually helped a new dealership that just started with us to increase her leads by over 200%, and she had some great things to say after working with us. She said that people are talking with her, the leads are answering, and they're saying, oh, you're the person from the video, I can't wait to meet you, and all this great stuff, guys. Imagine the kind of impact that can have over your dealership. If you're a person that feels like your dealership doesn't have any eyeballs on it, nobody's seeing you, maybe you're not getting the foot traffic, maybe people are driving right by you, maybe nobody knows what you can actually offer, then this is the #1 way, because everybody's on social media, and this will change the future trajectory of your dealership. Imagine a year from now what your dealership could look like from doing this. So the process is simple, guys. You're gonna script, film, edit, distribute, qualify, and nurture leads to get this process to produce an ROI. And the options are you could do nothing here, you could keep spending money on the third-party listing providers, the lead providers, you could keep running generic banner ads, you could keep feeling like 50% of what you're doing is working really well and 50% of what you're doing isn't working. If you knew what 50% was working, you'd be a lot richer, but you don't, so you keep everything going in kind of this frenzy. You've got all these different things going everywhere and you don't know what's truly working. You could dump more money into traditional print, radio, TV, mailers. You could do high-end in-house production of video and spend $20,000. You could have someone in-house learn it and follow you guys around. You could have somebody in-house learn how to do this. Or you could waste more money on the next shiny thing like AI or whatever it's gonna be. Or we will give you the entire system, A to Z masterclass on how to set this all up for your dealership in 30 minutes or less. We'll give you 10 plug and play hypnotic viral video scripts. We'll teach you exactly how to film the videos with a smartphone or get videos produced for you if you don't feel comfortable being on video. Show you the best apps to use and how to edit your videos using AI to do it very simply and get them looking very modern, ready for social media. And we'll show you exactly how to set up the ads and manage them yourself with a set and forget money printing system that's gonna generate more leads, more exposure, more awareness for your dealership than ever before. And you can set any budget on your ad spend. You can do it as low as $5 a day if you want in a 5-mile radius, or you could spend $500 a day in a 500-mile radius and get the word out about your business. That's what we love about this strategy is it's so scalable, and there's no better way to communicate a message than actually communicating it face-to-face in the modern way as what best as we can. And with modern technology, we're able to do that to some extent, which allows people to connect with you more than a picture can, more than text can, more than anything can. So this is the #1 strategy, and we'll show you exactly how to implement this, just like we've done for over 100 dealerships. Plus, you'll get access to 7 copy and paste ad strategies tested to be top performers with millions of dollars in ad spend. I have all my client ads saved from 2023, from 2024, and even some of the stuff that I was doing back in 2020 to scale. And honestly, I want to tell you, it hasn't changed that much. We've only gotten better and better at it. But this system is so widely overlooked. That's why one of my best clients told us, he's a former Google employee and runs 12 stores for his family. He told me that you guys are 5 years ahead of the game. You just have to keep going and they're going to catch up, right? Because our strategy is so modern. It's taking the business world, the dealership world, which has a lot of people that, aren't with the social media quite yet, and we're going to give you 100 best performing viral hypnotic ad videos across Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok that we've ran for our clients directly. We're going to show you the exact qualification system and nurturing scripts we use. I'll even give you access to our text message scripts and follow-up best practices from 9 different studies that my team compiled, everything from Harvard to MIT, to talk about the best ways to follow up and nurture these leads that you get from social media. And I'll throw in a 30-minute ad audit with my team to just make sure that everything's aligned with your strategy and that you're going to be profitable on the other end. If you're not satisfied with the leads, if you do everything in this program, if you build out the viral video, if you build out the qualification, if you get the leads and you're not happy, you can get a full refund within 14 days, no questions asked at all. I just want you to try this out and see the potential that it has to help your dealership scale to the next level. So, get this right now while you still can. The first 50 are going to get $27 to start, and then the price is going back up to $199. This is the same exact program that I've been doing for my dealerships, and if you want, my team can also handle all of this for you. So we've got various done-for-you options as well. But hey, let's just go for a walk before we go for a run, okay? And with that being said, just $27, all right? Less than you can get dinner for, right? And you're going to go and you're going to learn how to do this whole system in 30 minutes. You're going to set this up for your dealership. You're going to have success, and then we're going to connect and we're going to stay in touch. So really hope to see you on the other side. Thank you so much for checking us out, and I'll see you over there.